sorry. So okay, so this is the homepage of this workbench. So this is the types of analysis. So where we can perform different types of analysis like buckling analysis, modal analysis, static analysis, thermal analysis. We have many types. Okay. So this is the project schematic. So all of you are getting this.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So this is the project schematic where whatever the type of analysis we will perform, so it will show here. Okay. So these are the toolbars. So initially, what you have to do once you enter, once you open the workbench, you have to set the units before itself. Okay, before starting the type of analysis. So you need to go to units. So here metric, that is weight is, it is in kg. So in meters. Okay, if you want in millimeter, you just check on this millimeter. Okay, so it depends on your problem. So and that too depends on the which unit you have used to create 3D model. Okay, so if you have used it in millimeter, you have to use it in a millimeter. So once you set the unit, so in this session I'm going to show you the static structural. So what you have to do with this, so you just click the static structural analysis and drag it on your screen on this project schematic. So once you drag this static structural, here you can give rename this. You just double click it. You can rename this whatever you want. Okay, I will leave it as a static structural. So here we have 7 points. So one is the type of analysis which we have selected. Another, this is very important. So this procedure you have to follow. So engineering data is nothing but engineering material. Which material you are using. So you just double click on this. So once you double click it, you will get one window. So in that window, you have to select the material. See here. So this is the engineering data. Here you have static. So defaultly it will be always static structural. So suppose if you want to change the material into different material like aluminum alloy, titanium alloy, magnesium alloy or cast iron. So you need to click on this engineering data sources. So once you click on this engineering data sources, here you will get, see, so in this engineering data sources, here you will get the general material, additive manufacturing material. So this is entirely you will get the 3D printing filaments. So types of filaments we use, and we have composite materials. Which composite material? See here, e-glass is there, epoxy carbon. Okay, so we have different materials. So here what I will do, I will use general material. So in this general material, we have gray cast iron, magnesium alloy. I will see if you want to add this, you just click on this plus button. Okay. So here you will get the symbol. So next, if you want to change it to aluminum alloy, so you just click on this aluminum alloy. So once you select the required material, you just click on this project. See here. Now you have assigned the material properties. Suppose if you want to assign a new material, again double click on this. So you just switch off this engineering data source. Here we have 3 materials. See, once you click on any one material, you will get all the types of materials. See, density you have around 2770 kg per meter cube, and then you have Young's modulus 7.1 e raised to 10 Pascal. If you want to change this Pascal to megapascal, you can change this. Okay, 71,000 megapascal Poisson's ratio you have. Suppose if you want to add new material, here you have click here to add new material. Once you click on this new material, so here properties of the material will be empty until unless if you want to add the properties, it won't show. So first you just give the new material name. I will give aluminum boron carbide. Okay, So this is my new material. Here it is showing question mark symbol. That means you have not added any material property. So what you have to do, if you come to this toolbox, so density, if you want to add density, double click, you will get the density. You just set it. So I will give around 7,000 kg per meter cube. Suppose if you want to give, again click on this aluminum boron carbide. See, so isotropic elastic, isotropic material properties. So if you want to give this a 60,000 megapascal, Poisson ratio if you give 0.28. So this is an example I'm showing you, not exactly the properties. Okay, see, this is how you can add the material. You have to go to again project. So you will come back to the project page. So next, see, once you assign the material property, next you need to import the material. So you need to import the material. So right click on the geometry. So here you need to go to import geometry. Click on this browse. So browse wherever you have saved your model. So I will select this connecting rod. So no, I will select this piston. So once you select the geometry, you will get right mark symbol here. Okay. So once you get this, you need to double click on this model so that it will open the mechanical model. See, all of you are getting.
Yes, sir.
What about others? So can you please switch on your videos?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Shivraj. Shivraj.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here, it will take time to open. So once you double click on this model, see here we have. See, now it is opening. So you can check here, starting mechanical model. Until unless if you won't get the model, don't do anything on the screen. Okay. See, so this is our model. So here, see, if you want to rotate the model, you have to use middle mouse button. See here, you can rotate it. If you want to move the model, just press Control and you can use middle mouse button to move or pan. So if you want to zoom, you can scroll it. So my scroll button is not working. You just place the cursor anywhere, it will scroll exactly on this location. Or else you can use a right click button. See, so you just select the particular area, it will zoom into this particular area. See there, see like this. So how much ever you want to zoom, you can zoom it. If you want to fit this, right click, you just click on this zoom to fit, right click, isometric. So like this. Okay, this is the basic mouse operation. So next, so in the outline, in the left side you will have an outline. So here you have geometry. So this is the geometry. You just click on this plus button, click on this piston which we have created this model. So once you click on this piston, so you have you'll get the material properties here. So in the detail of piston, you just scroll it. Here you have in the material has been assigned it structural steel. If you want to change this to aluminum alloy, click on this structural steel, click on this icon. So whatever the material properties you have assigned, you have got it here. See, if you select this aluminum alloy, the material will be added as a aluminum alloy. Okay. So next we have material. Leave it. So which materials we have assigned, it will show everything here. Okay. So next we have mesh. We need to mesh it. So we need to see here it is having infinite number of atoms, right? So this infinite number of atoms we need to divide into number of elements. To divide it number of elements, we will call it as a discretization and also call it as a mesh. So how to do mesh? Click on this mesh. If you go to sizing, here you have mesh. So you just go to this sizing, click on this fine mesh, right click on the mesh and generate mesh. So it will take time to mesh. As this is a student version, you can mesh this much only. If you use it, if you use the crack version or any licensed version, so you can mesh how much ever fine mesh you can mesh. See here. So once you click on this geometry, if even though if you click on this geometry, it is showing meshed model. If you want to see the model, you just switch off this. See here. See here. If you click on mesh, it will show the meshed model. Okay. Next. So once you mesh it, here you have in static structural analysis. Right click on the static structural analysis. See in this static structural analysis, you have to see here in this static structural analysis, you have to apply boundary conditions and loading conditions. What is the boundary condition? So here the combustion pressure, that is the bearing pressure, we are going to apply on this head of the piston. Okay, so it should be fixed, right? So because we are doing static structural, so how to fix it? Nothing is there. Right click on the static structural analysis, insert. Here we have fixed support. Click on this fixed support. You just select, so press Control and select all the surfaces. See, then rotate it. See, this is how we have selected and click on apply. See, now it is showing. So this area is fixed. See, okay. Any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
See, you can check in this wireframe model. See, if you want to see in shaded, you can check. If you want to see in shaded with edges, you will get the edges. See, okay. So next we need to apply pressure here, right? So right click on this, go to insert, you just select the pressure, select these two surfaces. So what is the pressure I will apply? Say here, click on this magnitude, just give 3.5 MPa. See here, so it should be in Pascal, so it should be in megapascal. For that you need to change units into, see here also you can change units. So you just change it to millimeter. So here we have millimeter. So once you change it to millimeter, again you have to change it to 3.5 megapascal. Okay. So once you select it, see it is in normal direction, normal to the surface. See here. Okay. It should be in normal direction. Click on this and apply. See here, the pressure has been applied. If you click on this static structure, both the boundary condition, see this is boundary condition, this is the loading condition. So it is showing both the things. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Next, what are all the outputs we need to get? We need to get it in the solution. Okay, right click on the solution, go to insert. So suppose if you want stress, go to stress equivalent, that is 1 measure stress. Okay, click on this 1 measure stress, then right click on the solution. If you want maximum deformation, that is total deformation, you just select it, right click on the solution. If you want energy, strain energy, you just select it. If you want to get shear stress, you just select the shear stress. But as of now, I'm not doing anything. I will only get equivalent stress and on this total deformation. Once you select the output, so right click on the solution and click on this solve. So it will take the time to solve the problem. See here, it is solving. Okay. See, it has been solved here. So if you click on this equivalent stress, you can observe. See how much stress we have got? 120 MPa. So this you need to compare. This is the maximum stress. This you need to compare with the allowable stress. Okay. Or yield stress. Okay. Usually yield stress will be always allowable stress or ultimate stress. So this is 120 MPa. It should be always within that limit only. Okay. So next we have total deformation. So here we have total deformation. So these so these results you need to put it in your reports. So how to put? So you have the snipping tool here. So if you have a snipping tool, select the snipping tool and take the screenshot of this. So just click on new. So once you click on this, you just take the proper screenshot and copy and paste it. Okay. So I have sent you the report. So same way you have to do this. So all of you got the reports, right? All of you have got the report. Sample report. So all of you are there or not?
No, sir. No, sir.
ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
No, sir. We not got.
You have to remind me, na. Actually, yesterday only, day before yesterday only, I told you I will send. I forgot to
Sir,
send.
you told late night you will send. That's why we didn't remember.
Okay, I forgot. So today I will send you. Don't worry. Okay. So this is how
Yes, sir.
you can do static structure analysis. Okay. So here, if you come to this workbench here, so everything it should be in the right mark. Okay. So what you can do, you just close this mechanical model. Just close this. So whatever we are saving, you can save it in this only. See here. Okay. So it has been saved here. So next I will show you how to do modal analysis. Okay. So for the modal analysis, you are going to find out the natural frequencies. So for that, so in the same project schematic, in the same project, you can do n number of analysis. Okay. So if you want to use same engineering data, same geometry, you can do this. See here we have model. So just drag this and place it here. See here model analysis. Suppose if you want to if you want to use same engineering data to this model analysis, what you can do? So you just drag this engineering data to model analysis engineering data. See here. See, if you want to use same geometry, drag this geometry and select it. See here. Okay. Then what you can do, you just double click on this model. So if you want to do separate model analysis, same procedure, whatever I have shown you in the static structural. So instead of selecting static structural, you need to select the model analysis. That's it. Assign the engineering data, select the geometry, then double click on the model. So it will take time to open the model. See, while performing model analysis, you should not apply any loading conditions. Okay, only it has to be fixed, and you need to check the natural frequencies. See here we have, okay, model analysis. So you just assign the material, then go to mesh. If you want to mesh this, so click on this sizing. So select the fine mesh, right click on the mesh and click on generate mesh. So as I told you, you need to get a minimum mode shape should be 5 and maximum mode shape should be 10 to find out the natural frequencies. Okay. So here you have, so I will just select this. So switch off this. So what I will do, if you go to this analysis settings in the modal analysis, you have maximum modes to find. Click on this, 5 mode shapes I want. Okay. Then right click on the model, go to insert. Here you will get only fixed support. Select this and this. See here. Sorry. Select this. Press Control. Then press Control. Select this. Okay. And apply. So next, so already we have given the 5 mode shapes. So right click on this solution and solve it. You will get all the 5 mode shapes which you'll get. So in the 5 mode shapes, if the operating frequency is, if the natural frequency is is coinciding with the operating frequency, then the resonance will occur, right? So same thing we are going to check it here. So it will take time whenever you solve the problem. Okay. See, it has been solved. So where are the modes? So if you come to this tabular data, here you have 5 mode shapes. Suppose the operating frequency is 360 or something, 60 hertz. You are getting away from the 60 hertz. You are getting 6,000. You are getting 14,000. That means no vibration will occur in this piston. Okay. So if you want to extract all the results, select all these. So you just use the left click button and select it. Or right click on this and create mode shapes. So once you click on this create mode shapes, so everything you will get it here. See here, 5 mode shapes, but it is not showing anything. What you have to do, right click on the solution, click on this evaluate result. So once you click on this evaluate result, you will get green right mark here. So click it. So this is first mode shape. That frequency you are getting 6,977. So that maximum deformation is 71 mm. So this is the mode shape. So this is the transverse mode shape. Okay, if you can check the, see, see, then second. So second you are getting like this. So whenever you are uploading the results in your report, you have to position this piston into a mode shape, into a proper mode shape, so that we can easily observe the what type of mode shapes we have got. So if you go to graph, see, this is also translation mode. Here we have, I think, twisting mode. See here? Yeah. So this is how we will get the twisting mode. See? So you need to select this and take the snap of this and put it in your report. I will send you the sample report. So same way you need to create it. Okay. So here, so if you get this natural frequency is around 62 or 58 like that, then we can say that the vibration will occur. Okay. All of you got this? Any
Sir.
doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. This is how you can perform modal analysis. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so in the next session, I'm going to show you how to perform thermal analysis and how to perform buckling analysis. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
we'll see you in the next session. So shall I end of the session?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.